Hello everyone, welcome to Web UI Automation. Today we are going to learn what is Selenium, different Selenium projects, how to set up and configure the Selenium, and we'll see the sample program as well. So let's begin, let's discuss what is Selenium. So Selenium it is a open source library, or we can see say the binding that automates only browser. So Selenium bindings are available with different languages. So core language supports are Java, C Sharp, Ruby, Python, JavaScript, and there are some more also, but these are the core languages are supported by the Selenium. So then it supports the browsers also, different browsers: Chrome, Safari, Internet Explorer, Opera, Edge, and Firefox. So we will see with the Chrome browser, and there are different OS supports also provided: Microsoft Windows OS, Mac OS, and Linux. So today we are going to use the Java as a language, and we are going to download the Selenium library for Java, and we'll be using the Chrome browser, and I'm using the Microsoft Windows. So this is a quick session. We'll set up everything and we'll continue. So then we'll see there are different Selenium projects are present, like Selenium Webdriver, Selenium IDE, and Selenium Grid. So we are using Selenium Webdriver initially. So we will discuss more about like what is Selenium IDE and Grid in another later videos. So currently like we'll be using the Selenium WebDriver only. So let's say begin like how we can configure Selenium. So for that, we need JDK to be installed. Okay, so I'm using JDK 17, and we need Eclipse IDE to write the code. So I'm using 2021 to 12. This is the version I'm using. These two things we need to set up. So let's begin. We'll download the JDK and Eclipse and install it. So just open the browser and type JDK installation or download, and we'll land to this Oracle website, and you can see the latest version is 17 is available for different OS. Click on Windows, and you can download any setup. I downloaded EMSI setup from this link, and I have installed it. So if you want to know the installation steps, you can go to this Web UI Automation and go to installation. Here we have a detailed screenshot available how to install the JDK. So once the JDK is installed, like how we can configure it. So we need to check the JDK is configured properly. So I'll just type Java hyphen version on command prompt, and if it is displaying the correct version without any error, then we have JDK configured properly, like JDK Java home and Java path environment variables. So next step is like we need to uh, install the Eclipse IDE to write the code. So I have this setup downloaded, Eclipse setup. So that also you can go to Google and type Eclipse download. You will get the first link, Eclipse download. So you have to download the Eclipse IDE 2021-12, or if later if any other version is available, that is also fine. So you can use any version. So I'm using this Eclipse installer. Okay, once I run this setup file, it is giving me lots of different versions available from Eclipse. So we need Eclipse IDE for Java developers. So I'll click on that, and by default it is taking this directory to install, and I'll click on install. So sometimes like if you don't have the admin access, you will get some error. Like so in that case, you need to run this Eclipse file as an admin. So then you will not face any issues in a installation. Okay, so after waiting for some time, this Eclipse got installed, and we are getting the option to launch it. So you can see here we have checked this box by default, create a start menu and desktop shortcut. So you can find this Eclipse icon on the desktop as well. Okay, so if we go to desktop, you can see Eclipse IDE for Java developer. The icon got created. So this is the first time we are launching the Eclipse. So by default, it is asking to select the workspace where you want to create the project. So we can select this directory. Okay, I'll just select this directory, and let's say Selenium project. Okay, I'll use this as my default directory. So first time it is starting the Selenium ID. So as we discussed, we are using Selenium WebDriver, and we will be using the Java as a programming language. So for that reason, we are using the Eclipse for Java. Okay, so now let's start creating the projects. We can create Java project also, but if you create a Java project, we need to add the Selenium library or the jar files manually. So instead of that, I'm going to other, and I'll just search for Maven. I'll be creating the Maven project. So we will learn about Maven also later in detail. But now let's just create a sample Maven project. Okay. Okay. I'm giving the Selenium project one. So left side you can see the project got created and it has some structure also. Okay, so what is the use of this Maven project? We will get this pom.xml file, and inside this we'll be putting the Selenium dependency. So what will happen, you don't need to go and download the jar file and add manually in your class path. So I'll just search for Maven repo. So this is the public repository where all the different types of Java libraries are available. You can see in this list. So we can search for Selenium or Java, and you can see Selenium Java is there. So we can see here all the versions are listed here with the date. So we'll be using the version, we'll take a 4.0.0, and inside, once we click on that, we will see the Maven dependency. So what is this concept? Like once you copy this dependency and add inside your pom.xml file under dependencies tag, so what will happen? Your project will download the dependencies from that Maven repository site. You should be connected to internet, so your work is easy. Okay, I'll paste it here and click on Control S, and you can see here on the bottom it is downloading the jar files. You can see it is downloading the jar files from this repo.maven, and all these jar files will come in the left panel, which is a project explorer. So tomorrow if you want to change the Selenium version, you can just change this version here and click on Control Save. So this is the benefit of using the Maven or creating the Maven project. Okay, it will take some time based on your internet speed. Now it is 75% done. Okay, so after some time we can see the Maven dependencies for Selenium version 4.0.0 got installed, and in the left side we can see one folder got created, Maven dependencies, and we can see here all the dependencies which are required are added here, which was downloaded from the Maven repository. So that's it. Like these are the Selenium WebDriver jar files. Next we need, that is the Selenium Chrome driver, because we will be running our script in a Chrome driver. So I have a latest version. So if we check here, I'm using the version 98. So we can go to the Selenium official website and we can get a driver file. So this driver file is required, like for each browser there is a separate driver file. So if you go to the download and scroll down, we can see the browsers, and it has a Chrome also, right? This Chrome is also supported. So we can download it from here. Just search Chrome driver download, and we'll get this link. And here we can see like we are using 98 version, and for the Chrome version 98 we can download this Chrome driver file. So here also there is a Linux, Mac, again Mac, and this is for Windows. So this one will be using for the Windows operating system. So if you are using any other operating system, you have to download the respective Chrome driver, and the this file should be compatible with your Chrome driver version. So let's say tomorrow if your Chrome browser got upgraded to another version, you have to download the respective Chrome driver also. Okay, so this is a zip file actually. So I'll be extracting it. Okay, so this file is extracted, and now I'll copy this file, and we have created our project. This is the Selenium project, and we created this Selenium project 1. Inside this I will paste this file. Okay, so now this will reflect in our Eclipse as well. So if I just refresh it, so you can see Chrome driver is added here. Now there are lots of folders are there, like we'll be using this like src test Java package. Under that we can create our class. Let's say open browser. So this will be the simple Java class you can create. Okay, so we need a main method to run a Java program. So public static string args. Okay, so after creating the script, we can see like I have written a small script in Java, and I'm using the Selenium library to open a browser and navigate to this website webUIautomation.com. So I'll just explain the code like how I have written it. So I have created a normal Java class, and it has a main method which is required to run a program, and this is the Selenium thing actually. So we need to set the driver path like Chrome driver. So we have kept the Chrome driver in a project root directory. So I'm using set property. So this is the keyword. First key we have to add for Chrome. It will change to browser. Okay, and the second parameter is the path of the Chrome driver.exe. For that I am using system.getProperty user.dir. Means this will give the current project directory, and inside current project directory I have a Chrome driver.exe. After that we are creating the instance of Chrome driver, and return type is WebDriver. This is the interface actually, okay, which is available in Selenium WebDriver library. So after that we are maximizing the browser using driver, which we got using this one manage.window.maximize. This will maximize the browser. After that I'm using get method to navigate to the web UI automation. We are using Selenium method thread.sleep to wait for 5 seconds, and finally we are closing the browser. Now we will run the code, and let's see if our browser get launched. You can see it launch maximize. It will wait for 5 seconds and then it will close it. Okay, and you can see it runs successfully. Okay, so this connection error, this error is coming due to some other issue which is related to website. Okay, so just ignore that for some time. So if you use other website, let's say google.com, let's say we'll try this also. I'll just put here instead of this google.com, and I want to search something in this search bar. So how we can do that, like I'll just give the example. We will learn more about like how to interact with the different type of web elements. So for now I'll just right click and inspect on this text box. So we need to find the locator, so we'll learn that in next session, but for now I'll just show you how it works. So it is input tag and it has a title as a search. It is a input tag and it has a title equal to search. Yes, I am able to find it. So I'll use this in my script after I navigate to this website. So I'll write here driver dot find element by xpath. This is the xpath dot send keys. I want to type hello, and I want to press enter key also. So for that I'll use a robot class which is a Java available in Java. Okay, it will ask me to import. So this is a Java class which is available in AWT package, and inside this I'll use the r dot key press keys dot enter, and we need to release the key also. Key press and key release. I'll write here keys dot enter. So it will press and release the enter key. So this also throws exception. Okay, something is wrong here. It is, I think, VK. Or we can use, I think, key event. Yeah, it is a key event dot enter. Okay, enter, and same kind of thing we will do inside release also. Okay, and now if I right click run as Java application, so it should navigate to the, open the browser, maximize, navigate to Google, it will search hello, enter, and you can see our script work fine. It will wait for 5 seconds and it will close the browser. So it is working fine. Okay, that's all for this video. Thank you.